Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Broyans Farm.
First thing I'm going to do this morning is do a little bit of a walk around. Seems like everything is just starting to grow like crazy. The tomatoes in the high tunnel have grew a couple inches, and all of the beans and zucchini, or well, just about all of them, are up now in the seed room, and they're getting a couple different leaves on them, and they're almost, probably in about 3 or 4 days, could be ready for sale. This is the upper high tunnel. These 2 rows in the middle here had bigger tomatoes just when they were planted. And so that's why they're, if you can tell, a little bit bigger in size. But still, even the ones on the sides of them are doing great. They finally took hold. You can see how they're getting very green now. And Dad just came through and sprayed them yesterday, I think. And so now, hopefully, there's no diseases or anything like that going on with them. And it's not going to be long. We're going to be getting these stakes out here sanitized, just in like an oxidate mixture. That way we can get them pounded in. And how that's going to work, and I'll obviously have a video on it, but there'll be a stake between every 2 tomatoes. So there'll be one here, and then one here, and then one here. And then we'll run string around them. That way they can grow up and brace themselves. But like I said, that'll be later on. Here in the greenhouse, we've really been pushing fertilizer a lot just to get these baskets to blow up. Fuchsias are really growing. Still no buds on them yet, from what I can see, or at least this variety anyway. Same thing with this one. Over in the other greenhouse, you can really see how much stuff is growing because that's a lot of the calabacoa. There we have sun patience. That's like a zonal geranium and bacopa mixture. And then over here is like our second batch of hanging baskets, which is calabacoa, but just a lot smaller. But they're on the right track, that's for sure. Here in the seed room is all the vine crops. I don't know if you've been watching, but these have grown like crazy. There's almost 3 plants in every single one. Sometimes they only have 2, but they've all got 2 leaves on them. There's 4 different varieties. We have straight 8, pickling, there should be market more, and tasty green, which is the Berkeley's cucumber right here. Down here we have the yellow beans, which are just starting to crack through the soil right now. You can see a little pink seed in there. Above them is the Italian flat beans, which are just starting to poke out as well. Then on the right side, we have all of our farm tomatoes, which have just poked through. Back here, we have red beets, planted in 4 packs. They're coming up. You can see all the little red stems with green leaves. And then out in front of them is all of the green bush beans, which were planted a day or 2 before the yellow and flat. That's why they're so much bigger. You can see them just starting to put on leaves now. Then over here is zucchini, which is, oh, that's more bush crop cucumbers actually, but this is Golden Glory, which is just a yellow zucchini, and then this is just regular green zucchini. Then down here, which are just starting to come through, is Crimson Sweet watermelon. And then obviously the dill, which you've probably seen before if you've been keeping up with the videos. I'm gonna do a little bit of a walkthrough, show you what things are looking like now. A lot of our zonal geraniums are different this year, which my mom is really happy with the colors. We have this one here, which is a Savannah Ruby Swizzle. I'm not gonna go through all the colors. This one is a Savannah Pink Splash. Then down here we have this newer like fluorescent orange or something like that my mom loves. Down below them is just kind of like a regular pink. Down below them is like a dark red. And then we move into another new one, which is this pinkish, like speckled flower. Looks pretty cool. And then salmon is the last color. Moving on is the Gerber daisies, which again are really coming out in flower now. All different colors. All of our seed geraniums are doing awesome, but obviously they're not even putting buds on yet. They're gonna be a while, which is good because we're not ready for them yet anyway. We have the sweet potato vine here, the green. Then we have the black, I think it's called. Looks more purpley to me though. On the other side of them is the citronella, or also known as the scented geranium. Good for keeping mosquitoes away. Some New Guinean patience. Here we just have a couple of grasses. We have the Martha Washingtons, which have been in flower now for a while. They're ready for sale any day. The purple and the red. Over here, for the first time ever, we're growing lemongrass. Everybody seems to always be asking for this, so we're excited. It's a little bit slower growing than I expected, but again, it's a grass, and they're all just kind of growing slower at the moment. We have lemon thyme, creeping thyme, red creeping thyme to be specific. More grasses, more Marthas. Over here we have the copa pots, which we also put in our hanging baskets. Calibacoa, all different colors. All these are seed geraniums. Here we have spikes. After them is our section of Calibacoa in pots. All these we have in hanging baskets. This is just kind of extras, because as you can see, we have no room left for hangers. And so we have to either plant more and put them in a different greenhouse or put them in pots. These ones over here are a sun patient, which is the same as those hangers right there. But again, just in pots. All different colors down through there. Over here is all of our seedlings. Literally every single thing I think we grow in the greenhouse, just about. Snapdragons, parsley, oregano, dill, peppers, basil, impatiens, petunias, begonias, dahlia, not dahlias, dianthus, cilantro, tomatoes. I'm not gonna go in fine detail with all that. Then over here we have pots of fuchsias. Again, all different colors and varieties. I think there's purple, there's pink, there might be some white. Yeah, right here's the white. Again, not, oh, they're actually putting on buds. Off to the side of them is Vincavine, which are really vining out. Over here is our section of petunias. Again, we grow all these in hanging baskets. These are really ready for sale. Especially these guys. Off to the side of them is rosemary, which is a big seller. Here we have the non-stop begonias. These are really pretty when they come out and blossom, but they're kind of just going a little bit slower this year. I think this is a new coleus my mom got, which I think is actually my favorite now. Then we have some overflow flats that we had to bring over from number 2, which is just marigolds. Here we have the Goldilocks. And then we have the mints. This is mojito. We have strawberry. Down here we have chocolate, which is pretty cool. A lot of people are fascinated when they see that. And pineapple. And then behind them on the other side is, well, verbena. Can't think of the name there for a minute. We have 2 different kinds. We have the purple, which you can see a couple flowering right now. And then we have the pink, which aren't coming out yet. Looks like that. I can definitely say, just because we've kind of struggled with certain things the past couple of years, that this is our best year ever. We've really taken a lot of time, which we always do, but now we just have more knowledge on what stuff likes, especially when it comes to fertilizers. And so that's what really helped out. Like I've said before, and we actually experienced it a little bit this year, we've noticed some deficiencies in like our petunias and our calibacoa, but after giving them some more fertilizer, upping the amounts, we've got that straightened out now again. I was actually just looking at it this morning. This little back section right here, this variety specifically, was starting to kind of get like veiny. You could see the yellow leaves, and it's still got a little tiny bit of it, but it's really coming out now, which is really exciting. And so got that figured out. Now I know exactly what I need to feed them or keep feeding them to keep them happy. It's going on like 2 o'clock now. Got a lot of watering done. Now is the part of the day when we can start getting extra stuff done. Like I think we're gonna be going to market in 2 days to the hometown farmers market, and we gotta start getting the truck ready. Pap and my Uncle Rick are down there on the outside of the greenhouse now transplanting. We moved the table out, that way we could just fill up some more of the gaps in here because we've got a lot of seedlings that need to be done. And so yesterday, on Sunday, Dad got the Freightliner washed, which was actually, I think, the first time it was washed since we've had it. So I'm kind of excited to go down here and see how this looks. Gonna pull it up to the barn, and then I'm gonna start loading the racks on it. If you've been following along since last year, We were using the racks a little bit in veggie season, but we basically use them for the most part here in this season right now for all of our plants. Makes it really nice, saves us a lot of room. We used to use the yellow van, which I think Mom was using for the farm market to haul plants out, but it just wasn't big enough. And so that was half the reason why we got this new truck. We're having a lot of trouble with birds at the moment. Right there just flew one out of the barn. They're making nests everywhere. And so they're trying to go in our reefer, which Dad, you can see, has a baggie there. He has little reflective flappers just to kind of spook them in any way, shape, or form. Our farm literally is not designed for a truck like this. Eventually we're gonna really have to do something because I can't even make turns without having to watch so I don't hit the corner of the barn or anything like that, which just makes it a huge nuisance. So I'm gonna try and actually back all the way up around the side of the barn because I don't really know how else to make the turn. Dad was already out here and got the carts pulled out. Tried to park the truck so it's somewhat level. That way the carts just don't, you know, go flying to the front, which looks pretty good. We can take that pallet jack off because we don't need that no more. I guess I gotta turn the lift gate on. Try it again. Alrighty. Over that a little more. Okay. Okay, so I got these all up here and now strapped to the wall. That way they're not gonna go nowhere when we're going down the road. We still have one more to go on right here on this side, and this is gonna be where like our tables go, so that way we have somewhere to put our plants. And all this was just supplies that we used to take to Scranton and Wilkes-Barre Market, and obviously that's not needed. We're not selling any peppers or tomatoes or anything like that. Finish up the day. Daisy and I came in here to the barn. We're gonna feed the cats and the cows. Although the cats don't usually come out to eat until after we leave because Daisy scares them away. Are we ready to go? Cows are ready to eat. For the first week they were here, they didn't really know what chop was, but they were pretty content feeding on the hay and just the regular grass. This brown one, black one, and the other brown one are the next ones to go. And obviously, all these little ones you see are the ones we just got about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Our upper high tunnel with tomatoes does not have any heat in it. So when it's supposed to get cold, like it has been the past couple nights, between like the 30s, 35s, something like that, we gotta put just little propane heaters in there. But this lower one was like our first original high tunnel, and this one has a modine heater in it, which is a lot nicer. It keeps it exactly the temperature we want it to be at. But because we haven't had it running in a while, it wasn't operating quite correctly. And so we had our cousin come and he got that all fixed up, or at least I'm pretty sure he got it all fixed up. So now hopefully we shouldn't have any issues. I guess the problem was something like the pilot wasn't staying lit or something of that sort, and he put some kind of part in to fix that up. I don't really know what that was. I can see right here he has the old thermostat, so maybe he just put a new thermostat in. I don't really know. Oh yeah, he definitely did. That was one thing you replaced. This is brand new.
And so as far as cold weather goes, that's really the only thing we're concerned about is the onions or anything outside really, and the tomatoes. But also I just started thinking about the strawberries. If you remember the video I posted a couple days ago about working on the strawberries, getting them cleaned up and everything like that, some of them did have bud clusters, and I'm almost positive that all of those blossoms that had a little yellow center in it, which would soon be strawberries, is probably black now just from the past couple nights and the next upcoming nights. So probably gonna lose some there, but hopefully it's not gonna be too big of a deal. That's what I'm gonna call it a wrap for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and always remember it ain't much, but it's honest work.